Why am I going out on dates and they're not calling after the first dates? What should I look for in the dating process? What should I know and ask 30 days after dating them? How do you identify red and green flags? How do I date long distance? And more. Order now Greg Davis's new book, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the guide to removing guessing and eliminating the games. Order now at www.gregdavisshow.com. Again, that's gregdavisshow.com.
All right, everybody, welcome to When the Right One Comes. Come on in, those of you that are coming in. And this has become a YouTube show only, so you need to call your girlfriend. You need to call your lover, who may not be your lover, boyfriend, when we get through. Because we have had some casualties in war along these, how many weeks?
65, sir.
See, I announced it was 66. You the number keeper. Okay, 65 weeks. We are 65 weeks. Hello, Nisha. A lot of new if it's your first time and you coming in, put first timer. Hello. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these names, which is good. We're growing. Hello, Maureen. All right. Good evening. Told you we are like. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's your first time. Come on. These men. Come on in. Come on. As they say, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Look at me. I'm so crazy. I'm trying to find Facebook and share it on Facebook after. Okay, so Dwayne is going to tell y'all we need y'all help tonight because people are still getting used to. Matter of fact, I need to send a text out to everybody. Oops, sorry. We need you to share, and Dwayne is going to tell you how to share it to Facebook. Dwayne.
All right. We need everyone, if you would, please. Great evening. Where's my manners? Right underneath When the Right One Comes, you'll see a thumbs up, you'll see a thumbs down, you'll see live chat. If you're not seeing that, you have to hit the X to come out of the live chat. You won't come off the show, but just come out of the live chat. And you're going to see a button right next to the live chat, in between live chat and report, that says share. You're going to hit that link, share. You're going to copy that link. A button will come up to say copy, or if your phone is set up for you to share it to some other stuff, you can do that. But copy the link, paste it on Facebook, and say we're live now. And people will be able to click that link from your Facebook and join us right here on YouTube. To get back into the chat, all you have to press is live chat, and it'll bring you right back into the live chat so you can see the comments. All right?
All right, y'all. Y'all got that? Oh, welcome, Maureen Lionel. First time. All right. Who else is first time? Hello, handsome kings and queens. Marlinda is in the back. Marlinda, in case y'all want to know, Marlinda is the one that's doing all this. She keeps us together. She tells us off in the chat. All that kind of stuff.
Does.
She does. Tell us that our sound is crappy and all that kind of stuff. Tells me I look mean. Just all kind of stuff she does. That's my daughter, by the way, y'all. Y'all, let's invite. Brother Dwayne has told y'all tonight we're going to be talking about the levels of this whole thing of dating, like which levels, and I got philosophies about it that people 100 times in advance. All right. Hello. Y'all, I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. Hit the thumbs button to like. Josh. Josh say he's a first timer. All right, y'all. Let's invite and share. I got an announcement to make in just a minute where you can become more active with me. We are taking, and those of you that have asked to be sponsors of this, the information is going to be going out ASAP. And thank Angelica and Prophet Michael for working on that. We do have information to go out to you all. Those that you all want to sponsor this 65 weeks of consistency. All right. And let's in case y'all start asking, Frank is going to be late. He's in church, but he will be on late. All right. So tonight we're not going to have icebreaker because he's not here. We're going to get started in the conversation. So before we do that, though, Marlinda, put the flyer up. I have a way that you can connect with me and you can sign up tonight, and that is group coaching is available, and it's through Patreon. You can go to my website and you'll see this picture, or you can go to my link in my bio at Instagram. And when the right one comes, Patreon is $20 a month. Somebody just DM'd me and said it's too cheap. Yeah, it's introductory. Every Tuesday you'll be able to be a part of the community. I'll have specials going on, and it's only $20 a month. Josh, stop wasting lies. You can go sign up now. Lively weekly coaching, community chats, early access offers, and more. Go to gregdavishow.com, and I'll be doing group coaching every Tuesday. And people are signing up, and thank you. It's $20 a month. Go do it now, and we're going to be talking about everything you want to talk about. Some of these brothers, I'm going to interview them. They're going to come on, all of these brothers, one-on-one, because they have stories, and we're going to get into sex and everything else. I'll be saying things there that I wouldn't say in public. All right? And I can say them, trust me. All right? Thank y'all. All right, we're going to get started. Again, Dwayne is going to remind you just a minute how you can invite and share on Facebook. I need y'all to tap the thumbs up and like, and I need y'all to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get started, y'all. Tonight we're talking about levels. Y'all know I believe dating is data. That date them all, sis. Date them all, bro. Dating is data. Dating is not a committed relationship. But everybody, thank y'all. Kai, thank you. Everybody don't believe that. So I did a post, Josh, and it was very popular. Let me see, can I find it? They really loved it. Where is it at? And this is based upon this conversation tonight. Where is it at? Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Where is it at? I'm going to find it. Oh, there you go. It says, don't confuse talking with dating and dating with being in a committed relationship. There's levels to this. Don't confuse talking with dating someone and dating with being in a committed relationship. Antoine liked that one. That's his kind of stuff. I think we get confused. And of course, sex confuses it a lot. But, sometimes, ladies, y'all think y'all automatically in a relationship. So putting the romantic commitment levels in order. Okay, they jump it up right now. What is the levels? Engagement, talking, marriage, dating, committed relationship. How do we put that in order? What's the steps, in y'all opinions, of the different levels? Because I believe there's levels. Some would even say, Dwayne, courting. I don't use that term. I think it's very old fashioned, and it came from a historical standpoint of courting. I had a friend of mine, he's going on to be with the Lord. He pastored a church called DWO here, and he told me the story of like in the old days. This Michael, this might be in your time because you know you're 20 years older than me. In your mind, you are. They talked about how they brought all the women in a room, and the man chose from the women, and when they would go out, the pastor and the mothers would go out and sit there in between them and chaperone. Yeah, and chaperone. You couldn't, you wasn't getting nothing. Roger, you wouldn't have made it in that era. So my question is, Bainum, is what should be the levels? I mean, you may not even agree with me on the dating piece, you know, but what should be the levels? Let's help the queens tonight to know that they ain't in a relationship with us just because we take them out 3 or 4 times. See, I believe I could take you out for 2 or 3 months, and you think that we in a relationship and we ain't doing nothing but having a good time. You're a good time. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I'm not in a relationship with you. Yeah, Frank is at church. He'll be here later. So what y'all think? Who wants to start?
I'll start us off tonight. You know, here's the thing. I think you hit the nail on the head. The stages. And I think part of the issue is people skip certain stages. So here's what it is for me. Talking, that's getting to know someone where there is no commitment yet established. Okay. 2, dating, where there is probably, depending upon who you are, maybe some level of commitment there, right? But not necessarily like, hey, we're exclusive. 3, now comes exclusivity, where we've made a commitment and we said, guess what? We are in this relationship and we're seeing nobody else. Bishop, you know, I'm only going to have to disagree with you with the word courtship. That's the only place I'm going to disagree with you. I would put that after the commitment to the relationship, because I think you do that before you get married, which is probably, if we had to color it, it would probably be some strong level of probably unpacking a lot of things that you need to unpack before you get married. And then for me, the final step would be marriage. And you color that the way that you see fit for your marriage.
So why do you believe in courting?
I don't really have a real definition for why I do. I just think that is one of the processes to get into marriage. I don't really have a real definition for it.
So you prefer courting rather than a committed relationship?
So the only reason why I probably prefer courting rather than a committed relationship, because I feel like courting is that like little notch that's above just being committed, where you're kind of probably putting plans into place to get married, which means, in other words, you're probably like really having a lot of talk centered around the plans you know, that you guys would do together if marriage was an option, because the conversation has probably been had about, hey, will you marry me? Yeah, I would marry me. You probably just don't have the ring yet, but there's been conversations centered around it.
All right, Roger, you leaned in. What you got to say?
Bishop, I'm with you. I mean, it's like, I don't think we spend enough time just enjoying what is. I remember I've heard people say this. They say date with intention. Of course, a lot of those people get divorces. I'm not saying that to be funny. Man, I'm telling you, date with intention. Date for Bishop. I want to date and collect data, enjoy myself, and then we'll just see. I don't want that pressure.
Hey, Broderick. So I think what you're saying is perfectly fine, but I think that's in the stage of the either number one or number two. Bishop asked the question, how would you kind of rank the stages, or how would you put these things into different stages?
Enjoying yourself. Ladies.
All the way through? All the way through?
No. First of all,
Roger, you think it's too much pressure?
It's too much pressure in the beginning. And I understand the question, Pastor. I understand the question. But that first level is enjoyment. Seek ye first to enjoy, and all these other things. You know, enjoy. I mean, hey, if you hang out with Bishop Davis, you're gonna enjoy yourself. And then you'll anything he's doing, you be. I mean, I can't. Nobody on here boring. Nobody on here boring, including Pastor Frank and Marlinda. Nobody's boring. You're gonna have a great time if you're real. Now, you know, if you some kind of enjoying, so I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully, I made a point. Pastor Bishop Antoine is smiling. I don't know what that means because I'm crazy, but I really do feel that way.
So, Broderick, you are so right. The problem with me is, and I know y'all gonna take my man card. The problem with me is enjoyment for me. You are gonna have a good time, but I give too much too soon. That's what I'm being very transparent. Y'all can take my man card. My problem is that I'm a giver by nature, and so I could meet you and see that you're getting your nails done or something like that, and I'm just gonna send you. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just a giver. So and to me, Antoine, y'all can shoot me down. If it don't work, I have lost nothing because I believe in the principle of sowing and reaping, of giving. So that's just me. I've always been like that. Before I had a lot, when I had less, whatever. I just give too much too soon.
Okay, Bishop, are you a giver or a spoiler?
It can be both.
I think you're a spoiler because you don't give cheap gifts. You don't buy cheap stuff. You don't go cheap places.
Yeah.
I think you're a spoiler. And it's hard for them to move on. They might move on, but they still think.
Oh, dog, I could tell you stories. Yeah, my ex-wife would tell you. She'd be like,
But then I ask this question: are you with me because of the stuff I do for you, or because you with me? See, Bishop, I was like that.
But they don't know. They don't know that about me until they get in. So I can't. Huh? Maybe after a while, Bingham and Prophet, they may, if they're that kind of person, then yeah. But see, I can snuff that out because if you go to talking about Bishop is not Zaddy, shut up, Mika, I'm gonna delete you. I can snuff that out because if you start asking, see, that's the thing. Now if you ask me, my kids will tell you, if you ask me for stuff, yeah, you do better not asking me. Go ahead, whoever was Claiborne.
Well, I agree with you guys. I think one of the things that I think that the lineup you guys have is great. I would venture now to back it up. Just one other piece, Bishop, and I think you agree. And this is probably what you call and just having fun. I think the friendship piece should be the first piece. I think the friend, and I say that, Jackson, is because I didn't do the friendship piece first. In my transparent moment, me being transparent, I didn't do friendship. I like you, you like me. We dated, and I wouldn't even say dated. To be honest with you, nephew, we were going together. If I like you, you like me, and we decided to make it there, we went straight to that part. And I think I missed two other pieces prior to it in my past. So now I'm at that space. Okay, let's build this friendship. Let's see if we even like each other. Because what I found out, and I'm a lot older you guys, so I've had quite a few more relationships than y'all. Just maybe one or two more than Jackson. Just one or two relationships. And this is what I found out is that you love me, but you don't like me. My friends like me and love me, because when they like me and love me, there is nothing I can do that can break what we have, because we are real friends. So I'm saying now, Broderick, if I implement that into relationship and we become good friends, then Josh, you're not so easily offended by things that I do because you like me. So I would say let's add that front piece on to all the stuff that Bishop and Dwayne, nephew, you on fire today, man. I don't know what you did on yesterday, but you was on fire. Even in the clubhouse, I was gonna do your number in clubhouse today and say, you know what? He done said so much. Ain't no need me to say nothing.
It's the bridge.
He did something this weekend, but we're gonna pray. We you know. But what I wanted to say is that everything that y'all said, I agree. Even the courting. Here's the thing with courting and what committed relationship is. And Josh, you can help me. I think it's one and the same. It just depends on what school you come from. I don't think that courting and committed relationship is two separate pieces. I think they're the same. I think what happens is it depends on your school of thought. So you say, so right before we get married, we call this courting. But to be honest with you, growing up in my era, courting was the phase before the engagement. So you were in a relationship and then y'all started being serious with each other. Everybody knew your business and you were courting. Then you got engaged and then married. That's what it was. That's how it went. But I don't think that it's really unnecessary to have two different sections. I think they both are one and the same. And so everything that Bishop laid out, believe it or not, Bishop, we all on the same page with you so far, sir. We are.
Josh say he's not.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass it. The only thing I would add is the friendship piece.
So,
Hey Bishop,
so
can
go
I
ahead.
hear your reason for why you didn't like courtship again? Because maybe I missed it.
You know,
I-
I'm not. You know, I'm non-traditional. I'm younger
Okay.
than some of y'all that's young. I just don't like that. It's an old term. That's all.
Okay.
I get the principle, but again, it's an old term. Like I
Okay.
can't-
All right. I just wanted to make sure. I thought it was something like somebody said something. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind.
No, and from where
Bishop don't like the word shacking, even though everybody uses that word. He just thought some things he just
because it's not biblical.
yeah, but neither is courting.
That's what I said. It's
Yeah.
not biblical. I don't like it. Yeah, but shacking is not biblical. I don't like shacking in the terms of somebody using it in the Bible for the Bible, because it's not a you can't find it nowhere in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We living together. Hell, we living together. We just living together. So Antoine.
Yeah, Bishop, I agree with everything that was said. Thank you, Claiborne, for saying, because that was what I was going to add. I was going to add the friendship piece, but I'm going to say friendship for a different reason than Claiborne. And the reason why I'm going to say friendship is because I believe that's where the mutuality is expressed. I found that if that mutuality isn't expressed in friendship, what'll happen is somebody's desires won't be met, and then you'll move into the next stage of the relationship, and then you move into pleasing. So it's like you want to ensure that the relationship is happy. You want to make sure that it's on the up and up. And so then you're doing all of this stuff and learning somebody. You're learning her or she's learning him, but it's about pleasing opposed to just being. And so for me, the friendship stage is the mutual stage where you both can be, so that you can really learn that person. You can learn the context clues, right? So this is the context clues, the stuff that oftentimes you don't pick up on because you're not around them enough, where mannerisms and how they respond to particular things and their cadence and when they text and when they don't text and when they're busy and all of that stuff. And so I feel like the friendship stage is important because that's the stage where you can discover a lot without really asking a lot of questions, if you know how to be present and observant in that time. So friendship to me is important because it allows mutuality.
Okay. Josh.
Well, I agree with 60% of what you guys said. I'm with AJ. Friendship is highly important. I agree with the stages. My number one disagreement here, Bishop, is I'm absolutely dating with intention. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not.
But we ain't dating yet.
No. What I'm saying is, listen, I'm not wasting my. I am dating with intention. Now, with that, let me qualify that. I'm not dating with the perspective that every date. I'm looking for. Are you my wife? Are you my wife? You my wife? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying let's not act like the dating process is not an interview. You know, it's an interview. No matter how we try to cut it and splice it and put sugar and brown sugar and put peanuts and cashews and salad dressing or whatever you want to put on to dress it up, it is an interview process. Yes, we getting data, Bishop. We getting data, but you being interviewed. Come on now, let's not act like when we on that date, that woman is looking at how we eat our food. She's looking at how we treat the waiter and the waitress, right? We're looking at the same thing. We are in it is a dance on the dating process. So I am absolutely, from the dating perspective, I'm not just, hey, let's just go have fun. Yeah, I want to have fun, but please believe there are some things that I've observed about you to denote if you are date worthy, if I can say it like that. So there is absolutely an intention part. And Bishop, it is an interview. This is not, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like if we kicking it, you kicking it. But once you get into the, hey, that's that energy, that's that romantic sexual energy and chemistry, let's not act like that we are not interviewing people that we on a date with. Because we know, I'm start clapping my hands like I'm on Clubhouse like Bishop. And we know we judging, Bishop. We judging. Hey, Bishop, you looking at how she cut that steak. Come on now, Bishop. Bishop, you looking at it to see if she go pick the food up with her fingers.
Y'all know my story of Ruth Chris. Y'all don't want me to tell that one again.
Tell it, Bishop, tell it.
I'm just saying, all I'm saying, Broderick, is it's an interview process. Like, yes, you having fun, but never forget, right? And I think sometimes we get caught up in the fun and don't forget, hey, we laughing. I know you having a good time, but listen, I'm looking at you at the corner of my eye. I'm looking at how you cutting French fries with a fork and a knife. I'm looking at that.
Bishop Davis, the Ruth Chris story, please.
Yes.
I really want the Dr. Nick story, to be honest with you. That's what I want.
No, but hold up. I don't remember the Ruth Chris. You went to Ruth Chris and
what happened?
Please.
Yes, can I have some of that lobster biscuit?
How did you respond, Bishop?
It wasn't the respond to her. It was the respond of the waitress.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
I get that waitress an extra tip that night to put up with that.
Extra.
I think I gave that girl almost $100 that night just so that she wouldn't. You know how people know you, but they don't say they know you. So just in case.
What'd she say?
She said lobster what?
Lobster biscuit. Not lobster bisque. Lobster biscuit. B-I-S-Q.
Squeeze.
And then the next day, Antoine.
She was trying, Bishop.
Listen. The next day she said, "Hey, I want to ask you something." I said, "Yeah. Why was you eating my sides?" I said, "They're shareable sides."
So we ordered them for the table, baby.
It says at the bottom, it's like at your house when you put the food on the table on Sunday.
Lord.
She must have looked really pretty, which made you think, okay, this is worth the outing.
One of the most gorgeous girls you ever want to see.
Bishop, you just proved my point.
No. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Like gorgeous model type.
Bishop, you just proved my point, though, Bishop.
But did you take her out again,
He
Bishop?
went on an interview and she failed.
Yeah. And for me, like, I don't like a woman who says, and y'all lean in. I don't like a woman who says, "Why you get him so much money tip? Why you get him so?" So that tells me you got a cheap spirit.
Red flag.
And then you also gonna tell ladies, lean in. You're gonna tell me how to spend my money. And ain't nobody gonna tell me how to spend my money as hard as
Absolutely, I hate that.
That's it, Roland. Lobster biscuit. No, I'm telling you.
I hate that.
Nobody gonna tell me how to spend. Like, don't ask me why I'm buying them shoes. especially if you ain't my wife. But don't even ask me. I need to get you together before that because I work.
hate that, Bishop.
I bet you ain't gonna question if I buy you some red bottoms.
Lobster biscuit.
Lobster biscuit, and why did you eat my sides?
But now,
Fail.
wait, Josh, before you say fail,
Here we go.
because
Ain't nobody got time to teach nobody.
wait now,
I know where you come from, old man.
because yes, but not only that, I saw a young lady I really liked, Josh. We went to a big mayor's event, president thing. Back then, I didn't know about all these different forks and spoons and cups. I mean, the table was laid out. Antoine, they had 3 different glasses. I didn't know one was the water, and that's the wrong glass. One was the tea, and one was the wine. The 3 different glasses and all this stuff. I ain't know. I was dressed nice, but I ain't know nothing else. The girl kept looking at me, going, Antoine, do you know she wrote me off because she felt like I didn't fit in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was younger.
You failed.
We're
Watch this.
proving Bingham's point.
But wait,
my
let me
point.
finish. Let me finish. Here's where she messed up.
Whether you failed, I don't care who it is.
Wait, here, let me finish.
We
Here's
ain't
where,
taking simply because you're a man and you failed.
no, but I didn't fail. Here's why I said I didn't fail.
No, yes, you
You
did.
failed.
The bishop said you failed, so you failed.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't agree with y'all, because here's the thing.
Nigga, you failed.
If you base, wait, no, y'all gonna hear me out.
If you stay in denial, you're going to
Listen,
repeat the same thing.
Can you hear me out? If you said you said that everything else was working for the young lady, and you based it off of one thing. She based it off of one thing, but now when she see me just 2 years later, when she sees me 2 years later, now she wants to sit at the table with me. See, but she had the opportunity to do what the next girl did, which was teach me. She taught me, and now I fit in everywhere. The problem is that we write people off on one situation, and you don't know what you got good going on later on down the line.
Why'd you let the one that taught you go?
Well, no, she didn't go for a long time. It was other things that had nothing to do with it, but she taught me how to do it. Roger, go on mute. You trying to cause trouble.
I'm just curious. I mean, if she went to that length to teach you about the glasses,
she might be right now. She might be watching, so we're gonna.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Here's the thing, but she taught me, and therefore I know, as y'all say, I no longer fail. But somebody had to teach somebody. So I don't want to say that everybody failed, because sometimes people just don't know. And if she called a biscuit, but she was fine as wine, then I might have let the biscuit pass because you're beautiful. And I'll say, no, baby, it's pronounced, and then teach her. That's how you do. But y'all call it writing off listening to Josh, and that's why he by himself.
No, listen, Claiborne. I'm not saying that you can't circle back and have other conversations and get a second.
Okay, I didn't hear that spin. Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, on that night, you failed. Just like if it was me, I would have failed that night. Now that's not an indication of a person's character, if they're a good person or not a good person. We're talking about for the purpose of the interview.
It's an indication that they can't read.
So I'm just for the purpose of the interview, Claiborne. So I'm not saying I'm going to look at a woman, and if she does something wrong, I'm just you ain't gonna never be nothing. I'm saying for that night, it's an F.
And then too, I guess I was just thinking, what's their attitude when they say lobster biscuit? You know what I'm saying? If there's arrogance,
Roger, what if you try to correct her, and then she hit you with the don't be telling me how to pronounce my words. I got good vernacular.
Hey, brother,
right.
Brother, say it again.
It's the attitude. See,
that's what I'm saying.
If you come in with an attitude, talk about
Roger, what Bishop would have been wrong to correct her?
No, he paying for the meal. We're not a Jack in the Box. Are they not a Jack in the Box? They're at Ruth and Chris. Hello. That's $200-$300 coming out of there if you had a full course and
Hey,
wine.
can we start
It's how you correct her though. If he'd have said it, in a very joking, loving way,
Claiborne, I'm not letting you get away with this, Claiborne.
So you
But
just
Bishop never said he corrected it
You
though.
didn't.
Did you correct her, Bishop?
No, because the person was not correctable.
So she had the attitude.
That's
And
the
a lot
part.
of and a lot of other things. So I know if I would have corrected that, yeah.
Why are we
It was-
acting like the only bisque is lobster bisque? There's corn bisque.
It's not bis, it's biscuit.
I'm
Bisque.
just saying,
Like,
like,
who
it
eating
gotta be
corn
lobster.
biscuits?
We
Nobody
act like
eating
this
no
is like
corn
above
biscuits.
and
You're so
beyond.
country.
Like, come on now, you can get this at cafes. I'm
That's
just
true.
saying. Come on now, y'all.
That's
You
true.
failed, Cleveland. It's all right.
Hey, well, Bingham, the only thing I'm gonna say is this: like, if it was a laughable moment,
I would have made something out.
like if it was a laughable moment, then that would have been great. But it, like Bishop said, if it was
Well, she said it with
uncorrectable,
authority.
right? If it was uncorrectable, then it's like, nah, fam.
Ma'am, what would you have? Yes, I have the lobster biscuit.
And if we could have just,
The server was in Paris for you.
if we could have just died laughing,
Let me tell you something. The
could
service,
have been a moment.
she was like, "Yes, ma'am, the lobster bisque."
Oh, that's good.
And did the lady ever pick it up? Did she pick it up even after?
She didn't know because they're trained, to not embarrass. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, the funnier part wasn't the lobster biscuit.
It's them shareables.
It was the shareables the
Nah.
next day.
That's the part.
Hold on. And I was checked. It's bad when you check somebody and think you correcting them.
How you check somebody paying for the food?
It says on the
Facts.
menu at the bottom, sides are what?
Shareable.
Terrible.
Bishop, but how you check somebody that's paying for your food?
But it says it's a la carte. It says that.
Well,
right
no,
on the
she
menu.
thought her beauty was enough.
If
Hey,
I wanna take
Broderick.
them ribs, give me that rib.
But see, that's why I'm talking about the friendship standpoint, because she came in there with an assumption,
Yes, you're right.
Now,
and because she,
go
yeah.
ahead. No, go.
No, I'm saying, well, Bishop, that's what happens. If you come in with an assumption, then that's going to be the attitude that you have. Because oftentimes, if we skip the friendship stage, you feel like you are entitled to him doing everything that you want to prove that he's like for you.
Talk
And I'm
good,
like,
sir. Talk
that's
good.
why these relationships typically don't end up the way most women want it, is because the man never felt like he could even have the same entitlement to anything other than just waiting to have sex with you when you get married. Like, there's nothing he can say. There's nothing he can say he won't demand anything that he wants. So the mutuality in the friendship standpoint is where y'all both get the freedom to be able to express what y'all want, don't like, and exactly so that y'all can see exactly how each other think in a relationship.
Hey, oh, Bishop, how would you have responded if she'd have said, just been honest enough to say, Greg or Bishop, how do you pronounce that? Even if she did it jokingly.
I would have said, oh, you pronounce it bisque, lobster bisque.
And you wouldn't have written her off.
No, because you're teachable. Don't be arrogant. So the thing about it is, this even makes it worse. Josh, Antoine, she said that this was one of the restaurants that she really wanted to go to. She had never been to Ruth Chris.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. Hold on, no. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me finish the story. If you ain't never been somewhere before, then you study the menu and what you want. So this is you follow what I'm saying? So for me, and I'm not trying to say nothing, but for me, I go to Ruth Chris and do carry out. It's like something that I ate during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It's not a goal for me. I don't even like chain restaurants. That's a chain. Most people think McDonald's and Burger King is chain. No, anything that is across the country is a chain
It's a
restaurant.
chain.
Whether it's real nice or not, I just don't like that. When I go to different cities, I like to try out their cuisine of the city.
Boutique restaurants.
Yeah. Why would I go to McDonald's and I don't eat McDonald's in New Orleans? You know? And I just happen to have been in Atlanta we can move on from that. So are we on the same page? Is dating, friendship, because dating comes before friendship, right?
Yes.
No, friendship becomes a fourth
friendship
thing.
first. Friendship
How does
first.
friendship come before
It could be
dating? I
either or.
disagree with that.
It could be either or, Bishop.
Well, I don't see how you could be somebody's friend that you don't know,
You're
and
getting
you can't know them until you date them.
I
No,
think
I mean you can have an authentic friendship
I
with
think we
someone,
can, yeah.
and
Before
then
you start dating them,
yeah,
you're
and
not
then,
getting data.
what I'm saying, I
No.
would suggest.
Sometimes, yeah, go ahead.
I'm like Antoine. I
I
would
think you
suggest
just friends first.
that I would want to be friends first, theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Not saying you can't do it the other way, because a lot of the information that I'm trying to get in a sometimes awkward manner in the context of dating, and there's some romantic interest that I'm trying to look forward to towards in the future. It's oftentimes, Bishop, easier to get the same data in the context of friendship, and it's less awkward.
Well,
You can ask questions
Agreed.
in friendship. That's
Agreed.
less
I disagree.
awkward than dating.
that opens me up to something. That opens up another whole conversation. I don't believe in female friends.
Wow.
Wow.
Good night, y'all.
I'm just
Well, you
saying.
know, I got nothing to say on that.
Hey, Claiborne, we know Claiborne.
I
Oh,
got
Claiborne, I
nothing
want
to
to
say.
Claiborne, we know
Don't start
Claiborne.
with me
We
tonight,
know.
Bishop.
Claiborne,
Go on,
I
don't
forgot.
start with me. Don't ask me.
Claiborne,
We know.
Claiborne, I forgot all about you in that friendship thing.
Listen,
Hello to Claiborne.
listen, Bishop, he can quote the whole Bible, beside that part that said, "Flee the appearance of evil."
Well,
Because it ain't evil. How about that?
I think when I start off, I'm getting data. Y'all crazy. When I start off, I'm getting data from somebody, and then I want to see if I want to be their friend
Right.
in the relationship space. I don't just have
Oh,
female friend. The only female friend I really have is on the other end, and she's my daughter, and that's Marlinda and Micah, my youngest daughter, and my other daughter, Erica. You know, those are my. I don't do the. We're just gonna hang out.
But how are you defining
Well,
friendship, though?
I'm not strong enough. I'm
But
gonna
how are
let
you
y'all-
defining
Well, let me
friendship?
admit something first. I'm not strong enough. I'm not like Marvin Sapp. I'm stronger. Why? No, I ain't.
But break that down,
Hold on,
Bishop.
hold on,
I like the way that was sounding. You're not
You have-
strong enough, and I want to make sure they understand what that means.
Hell, I'm
we
Bishop.
do.
I'm a
We
man.
do understand. We understand.
I'm Bishop, and I'm a man, and everything still works fine.
But Bishop, you have some.
If
people
something
that
might
are
come up,
friends.
yeah.
You have some people that are friends because I think the last time we was in Clubhouse, you was like, "Y'all worry about the people I'm doing, I'm commenting on. It's not the ones I'm not commenting on. It's not the ones I'm commenting on. It's the ones I'm not commenting on.
Absolutely.
So those people that you're commenting on are your friends. I don't think that you have an interest in them like that. So
No,
I
they're not
think
my friends. I see somebody that got something on nice or they look nice. That don't mean I want them. The ones that I probably
Right.
really want, I'm not commenting on. But that's not my friends. Y'all
Okay.
take social media
That's
seriously.
interesting.
But what do you define?
No. That's interesting because see, me,
I have 100,000 some people that follow me on all platforms. Just on Instagram and Twitter, I have 100,000 people. Though I don't know. I mean, they're there for my relationship stuff and all that. I don't have female friends.
So they're acquaintances.
No, I don't hang out with females. Like the only person that I had is Lola George, and I call her my sister. That's the one that used to do the show with me, right?
But Bishop,
huh?
So
I don't have any female friends.
it appears that you define friendship as actual physical in person, right? Getting together, hanging.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you would
Yeah.
do with guys that are friends. But what I'm saying is,
I don't have none of them neither.
Well, the case closed.
yeah. Listen. I was like, rest the
case
case.
closed. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is,
I mean, I only have 2 or 3 friends. Like
Luke is your friend.
Luke is my friend. A guy that y'all don't even know. His name is Butch. I grew up
You
with.
talked about them.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, so Bishop, you don't. So what you do is you don't have different levels of friendship.
No, I have trust issues.
Okay. Well, I do too, but I have different levels. So the way that I do it is that I have different levels of friendship, and whatever level that person is, there's a different level of access to me based on the level.
That's how I do. That's how I do everybody.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So for instance, Marlinda knows everything.
Right.
She would be the person to grab my phone.
Right.
Okay. Micah, my daughter, But Mike, Marlinda has a different level because Marlinda is a daughter, but she's a friend too. Marlinda knows everything. Micah is my blood daughter, but some things you ain't come to, So everybody has
Right.
that. And then Luther knows just about everything, but he don't really know as much as Marlinda. There's love. Butch, the one that y'all don't know, who's not a preacher, deacon, or nothing, he knows everything. We done did everything together as kids. But everybody else, though, watch this. Lewis Gibbs taught me this, the president of the Word Network, years ago. He said, the problem with you is you think everybody here in this building is your friend. They're not. They're situational friends. You're only friends with them because they work at the Word Network. And I have one friend at the Word. He's a real friend. We done trap Dave Sheffield. He's the general manager, whatever he is at Word, operations manager. That's my friend. Because I deem friends as we do something outside of this setting.
Okay. So we looking at it, we sort of looking at it the same way, but
would you still be my friend?
I think it's different levels.
If you didn't hang with me at if we didn't work at the Word Network, would I still talk to you?
Right. Well, that's a work friend.
That's situational. I call it
situation. Yeah, right.
Dwayne plays golf.
Right.
You don't hang out with all them people that he play golf with. They're golf friends.
Right. But again, in that role, in that access level, right? As long as you keep them in that access level, you can have viable connections within that access level. The problem is that we don't know how to keep people where they need to be. Oftentimes we misdiagnose those levels of friendship.
We give people, hey Josh, we give people backstage passes.
And that's where we get hurt. And that's where we get hurt.
That's where we get, where we should have kept them, Bishop. You know, you did a lot of shows, and there's different levels. But some people get access to just come in and they just enjoy. Then you got some people that you can only go certain places. Bishop, you do all them badges. I did it with my fashion show. Every certain color badges put you in certain places. And I said today on a post, I messed around, Broderick, and gained too many backstage passes, which is all access. When you come to
all they needed was general admission.
Yes, they should have got a general admission, but I messed up. That I messed around and gave people backstage passes, and I thought y'all would like this, which I should have did. Broderick, is kept them as general admission, not even give them VIP, because some people, Josh, get VIP, but they still don't get backstage passes. But I should have kept some folks as just general admission, maybe some people as VIP, and very few people. I'm gonna say this, and I'll end with this. When we do funerals, I always tell people, let's change the bottom of the obituary, because most of us are lying when you say and a whole host of family and friends. You ain't got a whole host of family and friends. You got a lot of family and a few friends. That's who you really got. You just got a few people that are your friends, and the rest of these people are associates. But I'm like Bishop, I give a lot of people a backstage passes, but no more. You get maybe VIP, maybe general admission. Go ahead, Bishop.
My biggest mistake is that I've let women in too fast. Access. Now, this is a good question. So was Pastor Kim your friend first, Bishop? The thing about Pastor Kim, we knew each other for years. She knew me since I was a teenager, from the circuit of church, but not yet. So we were, but we're better friends, not married.
Okay. That's crazy. I get that.
Yeah.
Because we're not meant
But I get that.
Because Bishop, the reality is this. I had this conversation with a client the other day. I said the reality is that we are not meant to marry everybody we love.
Woo!
Like we're not. Love can be authentic, genuine, real, beautiful, passionate, but it is not the empirical evidence and proof that I should marry this individual. The challenge is loving, falling in love, choosing to love someone, and then having the wisdom and the discipline, the emotional maturity of the discipline necessary to look at someone you love. This is one of the hardest things for someone to do. Look at someone you love and without demonizing them. Because a lot of times we got to demonize to lead because we're not mature enough to say this isn't working. We're not aligned. So without demonizing them, saying, listen, I love you, right? I would always love you. But us being married, is not going to be optimal. Eventually, you're going to make me miserable. I'm going to make you miserable because we are just not in alignment. And sometimes that's what we miss. Like, the alignment is separate from the love.
And Josh,
the alignment is dealing with our life, our goals, our mission, our purpose, our mandates, things we've been called to do, things we want to accomplish, if we want to have children together, where we want to stay, like roles, traditional, all that type of stuff has to deal with alignment. The love part usually is the easy part. So what happens, Bishop, we get to the love part and we, oh my God, I love, because listen, your heart wants what it wants. But that's the challenge, Bishop, and looking at people and authentically, genuinely loving them, but also having the emotional maturity, the wherewithal to say, man, I love you, but guess what? I have enough wisdom and maturity to look down the road, and guess what? These are going to be problems. Not just for me. It's going to be problems for you, and nobody has to be the demon.
well, Josh,
Nobody has to be the villain in the story.
I messed up right
there. Both are not walking in alignment. And that's the problem. I'm not meant to love I'm not meant to marry everybody I love.
You talking to me, sir? Yeah. Yes, sir.
And let me tell you something, Josh. Unfortunately, I don't get your wisdom to hear in 2021. But in 2005 to 6, I married my best friend. She's not my best friend, but a friend. Her and I were friends for years. She's my sister's best friend. We were friends for years, man. And love her. And when my kids were born, she stepped up to the plate to help me out, and she was everything. And we got married. And Jackson, we got married. But that girl ain't my friend now when it was over with. Because I ruined some, Josh, and I can be, as Bishop say, transparent. I didn't have the maturity enough to say, because I liked her, I loved her. We had that. We tried it 2 other times prior to that, but it got sticky because that's my sister's best friend. And they still best friends 30-something years later. But I didn't have the capacity to say, when I needed someone, she was there for me, man. She helped me, when the church tried to kill me when my twins were born. But she was there, and we turned it into a marriage that we probably should have never, because it was hot for first 4 or 5 years, right, Josh? Then it started turning back to just roommates and friends.
Right.
Which is what not saying roommates, but we should have stayed friends.
Exactly.
When it was over with, see, I didn't have your wisdom like that. When it was over with now, Josh, I don't got the wife, and I don't got my friend. Now, I got to see her because she's my sister's best friend. So when my sister come to town or whatever, but it's such a sticky situation. Now somebody who I used to talk to all the time, hey, now we ain't talked in the last 12 years because I didn't have the wherewithal, and I'm trying to help Josh, just help y'all. I'm just adding to what Josh said. Please do not make the mistake that think that you have to marry or date everybody that you love, because I promise you, you're going to mess up somewhere down the line. I should have kept a friendship that I did not keep, and that is why I'm in a situation where I'm funny about any of my friends. If you my friend, you my friend, period. Because anytime you do anything else and it's not supposed to be, it's a shipwreck. So what you said, Josh, I wish I had it years ago.
Can I add 10 seconds, Bishop? To Claiborne's point, Bishop, this last part. And this is the problem. We end up ruining somebody else's wife, somebody else's husband.
Josh, she was a virgin when I got her in her 30s. So I took her virginity. She could have been somebody else's husband. And now 12 years later, 12 years later, she still ain't married, she was hurt by it. And so on and so
Claiborne, we end up breaking somebody that we love. Not because I want to break you, but because as we walk together, we figure out that we are not in alignment, but we're married. And guess what? If we don't dissolve this marriage,
It's gonna kill us.
somebody's going to end up being broken, because how can two walk together unless we are in alignment? I'm sorry, Bishop, I'm done.
No, that's good. I think we use the word period, friendship too loosely.
Yep.
I used to tell my daughter that when she was in college, those ain't your friends. You ain't even gonna talk to those people after college. And sure enough, she didn't. We used that too loosely. Now, I was in the situation, I don't talk about my stuff too much, but Josh, you know, the coach need coaches. We need to, we iron sharpens iron. And I was in the situation where, I thought if you give them this particular person, you give them everything, that's going to make them love you more. And I didn't understand how you say you love me and you talk to me in any kind of way, you disrespect me, you just say anything. And what you just said is liberating to all of us, because just because you love them, I want y'all to lean in on that. You don't marry them.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't marry them. The young lady that I love dearly, years ago, like when I was in my 20s, I was her first love. And she been married to another man 30 some years. I mean, that girl I love more than anybody in the world. But she got grown kids now. I mean, I still love her, but it wasn't for us to marry. I'd have messed up her life because she's successful with her husband and all that stuff. There's some people's lives that are messed up because they married somebody they love. Ain't enough, y'all. Love ain't enough.
Love ain't enough. Bishop, listen, I got some of the same testimonies. Listen. There's a woman that I fell in love with that I had to let go. Years and years and years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I when I say that, it's just not coming from theory or practice with people that I kind of consult with. It's coming from life experience, and I look back at that decision, Bishop, and I look at it now, and guess what I say? We both would have the conversation and say we would have both tore each other's lives up. We would have both tore each other's lives up because we were not in alignment. And that's the stuff, Bishop, I like what you're doing with your books and stuff like that. Look, getting people to listen, the love is important, but outside the euphoria, outside of the lights, outside of the butterflies in the stomach, let's have a conversation on reality, on, do you want to stay in the same place? Are you in agreement about kids, right? Are you, you know what I'm saying? Are you in agreement about what you guys believe, where you guys headed to, money decisions? Like, all of these things speaks to alignment, and it got to be greater than love. Love is not enough. Love will get you started. But if it's just love by itself, somebody going to get broken down the way.
So, Bishop, when you
go ahead, go, Roger.
When you said, help me, you said something about it not being, sometimes love is not enough. So suffice it to say, I grew up in church. They said love. They say it today. Love conquers all.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
I don't want to attack the church because Josh would turn this into something else altogether different. He's pro.
Long live the church.
Pro. No, I understand what the word says, and I do, but we fall short sometime of the glory of God. And so, no, love, that's what they tell people. Stay with them. You love them, don't you, baby? That's not enough. So I'm gonna stay with somebody that's beating my tail, somebody that's disrespecting me. It's just not enough. And some of y'all that's on here tonight, this is ministering to you, because I'm getting all kind of texts, all kind of inboxes saying that this is one of the best conversations because it's organic. I'm telling y'all, it is not enough. Do you like the person? Because you watch this. I've been here not long ago. You can love the person, like the person, but don't get along with them.
Absolutely.
Let me say it again. You can like the person and love the person, but you just can't get along with them. And you're going to be miserable in love. There's a lot of people that's in love with somebody, Antoine, and they miserable as heck. And I know relationship is work and all that. We ain't talking about that. We talking about beyond that. We talking about you just ain't compatible. So y'all, if you skip a level in the relationship, if you skip one of these levels, let's say you skip the friendship part. Let's say you skip the data part, and you just so much attracted to them. Okay, now listen, yeah. You skip the data part, you ignore some of the red flags, okay? You, Dwayne, you into the friendship part, you skip the friendship part. You just like them when you're laying down. The problem is I gotta like you when you stand up.
Ooh.
Problem is too many people liking folk when they laying down with them and ain't liking them when they stand up, okay? So if you skip any of these, will the marriage work? If you skip any of this stuff. See, I think my coin on this new book, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, and thank you, Josh, for even mentioning it, is that if you win in the dating space, you can win in the marriage space.
I agree.
If you win in all, I think if you leave out some of this stuff, which is what me and Pastor Kim left out, because we got married after 6 weeks.
Of what? Of talking?
Yes.
Wow.
She said it on stage. 6 weeks.
Yeah, she said it. Yeah, I
Not
remember she said it.
hey, lean in, Dwayne. Not 6 months.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Well, I can assure you that's not happening in the 21st century. We're not doing 6
But
weeks.
we stayed married 20 years though.
That's not bad.
But there was
Considering.
but it was a lot of stuff missing.
Right. And longevity of a marriage does not speak to the success of the marriage.
Yeah.
Right there.
But I think Bishop made an excellent point. He said, if you do not do some of these things, will it work? So I think the number one thing that I think that doesn't work is the friendship piece. When we don't do the friendship piece, I think it does bring a hindrance to our relationships and our marriages. I've never been married, so I got to say the word relationship. I think when we don't do the friendship piece, because you know what I found so interesting? I know Bishop said he doesn't do female friends, but let's just take the word, woman friend out or male friend. I believe that if you go and examine your real friendships, one of the reasons why you have longevity, you might get upset and not talk to them for a couple of days, right? You might get upset and not necessarily, want to deal with them in the moment. But any real true friendship, you have ups and you have downs and you keep going. And the only reason why you keep going is because there is a level of communication there like none other. I think part of our issue with marriage is everybody's looking for love, but everybody is not looking for a level of friendship that can matriculate into this thing called love. And I think where we're going wrong is we're trying to build love and build the things that are surrounded around love languages, materialistic stuff, all of this stuff that's surrounded around it, but we haven't built the friendship. And I think if I could say anything that might kill a relationship, it's the friendship. Can I be controversial for a minute? I don't even think that sex before marriage will kill a marriage.
Well, of course not.
Well, some people believe that it does.
It doesn't.
Now, hear me. I believe we do that to honor God, but I don't believe that it kills a marriage. I think what kills a marriage is the ability to be friends, because friends help you to understand and know who this individual is and what's going on with them, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And I think that gives you the fortitude to really build upon a really good relationship from now and henceforth.
Who else?
Yo,
Yeah.
as I've been thinking and mulling over this conversation tonight, I think that the friendship piece is the one that is missing, because that's the one we don't know how to really do. We don't know how to do. because oftentimes platonic friendships are thrown away as if people don't have any self-control. And I think that is a disservice to the ability to understand each other and to understand that we have different expressions and differences of how we actually want or what we want from the relationship. So I think the friendship piece is important. I think, again, in marriage, I think that one of the reasons why marriage just isn't successful is because we don't know how to build them. And I always try to tell people, like, you know, if you're building a business because of love instead of building your relationship in love, you know what I'm saying? Like, speaking the truth in love, not because of it. Then you start to realize that even when you don't like the person and you ain't really all feeling them no more, you now have another reason to build a relationship with them. And so I feel like we don't know how to build relationships. I like to say, like, you build it the same way you build a business, but you got people that don't know how to build businesses. So of course they don't know how to build relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I think that most oftentimes we have been taught to build relationships based on the strength of our emotions. Instead of,
AJ.
you see what I'm saying? Like, we've been taught to build relationships based on the strength of our emotions. And we know that changes. And that's just too subjective based on how we feel, what the weather's going on, what you did or didn't do. And so I feel like we need things that are more subjective. That's why I say you need mission, you need vision, you need values, you need goals, you need all of those things that are defined in the friendship space. See, this is why I'm a champion of the friendship space, because to me, that's the time where there are no expectations. There are no pressure. I just get the right to say how I feel it, how I think about it. And so oftentimes I think we skip that space, and you don't really know how the person really feels until you get into an argument. And then when you get into an argument, you really see how strong they feel about something that if you would have known before the argument, you know what I'm saying, you probably wouldn't have went that far. So I feel like the friendship to me is the most critical part of building these relationships, because I think that's the one piece that you can take with you throughout the entirety of the relationship. I watched a couple last night. I went to Ruth Chris last night, Bishop. I went by myself, though. I went by myself last night. And so it was this couple that they were celebrating their anniversary last night, and they were sitting over there, and I can tell that they were genuinely friends because of the banter and the conversation that they had. You can tell that they were willing to share their food and talking about old times, literally within earshot of me. And I'm like, that is what is beautiful to me. Beauty has changed. They probably don't look the way they looked when they first met. The man was walking super slow when he walked in there. She sat down well before he sat down, so he didn't pull out the chair for her. He couldn't pull out the chair for her. But it was something else that caused them to stay together that long. And to me, it's the friendship, because the beauty fades, the money changes, all of that stuff changes. But if you got friendship, it can stand the test of time. That's my thoughts.
I want to add to you. I went to a spot here and ate one night by myself, and literally it was a couple sitting across from me, and I had the audacity to ask them. They was having so much fun. So I leaned over and said, "Hey guys, I'm not really trying to be in y'all business, but can I just ask a question?" I said, I use this for platforms that I'm on. And I said, how y'all able to have so much fun like this? And both of them looked right back at me, dead in the face. They didn't say nothing profound, nothing deep. They said, we just friends. We just friends. They said, I embraced her as a friend. She embraced me as a friend. And I was like, just color it for me a little bit. And they said, I said things to her that I would say to my friends. And she was grown and mature enough to handle it and didn't judge me. And then vice versa. And I can honestly say this, man, that friendship piece. Can I be transparent? I think one of the reasons why I kind of hate breakups, Bishop, is because when you've developed such a friendship where honesty has gone forward and you have gotten to know each other really strong. Now, I can honestly say, some of my past relationships are definitely my fault. I take the hit. But one thing I enjoyed about each one of those relationships, they did not work, not because of friendship, because our friendship was tight. You understand? From those relationships, I saw that if I can build a friendship and I can get myself together, Josh, build a friendship and get myself together, I can have something so amazing. And I think the reality on Bishop, my other uncle, Broderick, man, if we can get to the friendship and rid ourselves of minor hindrances from the outlook and the way that we think, I believe we get to something so purposeful. And so I would challenge everyone that's watching tonight, man, build upon the friendship. Stop looking at so much of like what a person does. I think there's a time to quantify and qualify that. I think we got to start looking at like, are you interested in the person? Be interested, but be interested to get to know them as a friend, and then explore other things surrounding.
So can you gentlemen, and this walks into the next one, and we gonna, I don't want to overdo it tonight because this has been good. I don't want to overload. I want y'all to see lie. I want y'all to rest and think about. And some of y'all need to look at this over and over and over and over again, because we've unpacked a whole lot of things. And I don't want to overload, but can you go back to one of these levels if you miss one? Like, can you go back if you get to going too fast, take off like a helicopter instead of a jet? Can you go back to building on the foundation of friendship once it's? You see, they said a long time ago in our organization, Full Gospel, I never forget, Bishop almost said this: we're trying to build the plane in the air. I think sometimes sometimes we try to build a plane in the air. We miss some points. Now, somebody asked a question about me and Pastor Kim. We weren't really friends in the marriage. We were business partners. We were building life and careers. Because friends talk about everything. We talk about church people and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so can you go back? If somebody's watching this right now, can you go back and pull friendship into it?
Yes or no?
Can you go back and pull in dating, get the data? Can you go back?
Yes or no?
Yes.
I would say yes completely, Bishop. And the reason why is because I don't look at this stuff as a hierarchy. This isn't a hierarchy. This is an ecosystem. To keep that relationship actually moving, this is an ecosystem. So this isn't a hierarchy. Like you ain't passing tests. You know what I'm saying? Like passing levels. This is an ecosystem. All of these values and virtues that you do, you have to continue to do them for the entirety and the life of the relationship. And the deeper, see, this is for me where I believe that the soulmate you don't meet, the soulmate you make. See, the soulmate you don't meet, you make the soulmate. That's through the ecosystem of building time together, building values together, accomplishing things together that you then grow deeply in love in. And so I think we just kind of got the cart before the horse. People want love, and they're trying to let the love make the decision as to if they're going to spend the rest of their life with that person. And I think you need to see values, and you need to see functionality, and you need to see process, and their commitment to that is what would tell you enough if that person is worthy enough to marry.
I think it's yes or no, Bishop. Claiborne, you talking? We can't hear you.
Most of the time.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Claiborne.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, most of the time.
I think I'm
Go ahead,
yes or
Jack.
no though, because I'm with
I'm gonna let you
Antoine.
pass on that one, Bishop.
I'm with you, Antoine, that it's about an ecosystem. The reason why it can be yes and no, yes for everything you said, I'm with it, but it can be no because remember, my decision to bring it back to the foundation may not be hers. Her decision to bring it back to the foundation, because remember, now I'm renegotiating the terms of the agreement.
And there's gonna be a question.
Listen, so if we can get on the same page, yes, you can go back because it's an ecosystem. The problem with this oftentimes is that which you have negotiated and accepted from the beginning Oftentimes, later down the road, right? Women do this a lot of times when they get a man sex early without commitment and they want to renegotiate what this is, because you gave him some sex, not realizing that he's going to refer you back, just like a good attorney, going to refer you back to the contract you signed when he said that he didn't want a committed relationship. So what I'm saying is, yes, but then a lot of times it's no, because both people have to be on the same page of what are these renegotiated terms of this agreement. That's the second thing. And then the third thing is that oftentimes, particularly like the crucial step is the friendship. There are things that can happen in the quote unquote dating process, even quote unquote courting process, Dwayne, to where if it happens and there was no foundation of friendship, that there's too much damage that has been done for that person to even consider going back, because the foundation was tore up. Bishop, it's like I like the example you made, right? We trying to build the plane in the air. But guess what though, Bishop? Everybody on the plane ain't got parachutes. Sometimes it gotta crash and burn. Might have to step away for a couple of months or a season of time, and then try to rebuild it from the beginning. I'm just saying, I see it both ways. Absolutely, yes, man. You got two people on the same page. I believe two people on the same page can conquer anything. But oftentimes, because there was no friendship, right? Because there was no friendship, now when critical stuff that happens down the road, like example, like if there's infidelity outside and there's no friendship. So watch this. How can we go back to working on a friendship if I cheated or if she cheated and there was no friendship in the first place? Now everybody walking out the door because there's nothing there. So if people can come and say, okay, these are the renegotiated terms of agreement, and come back together and say, listen, we are willing to start over. We're going to start just being friends, right? Take the sex off the table, take this. But my problem is that it's hard for the average person to have the emotional maturity, the discipline that's necessary. And I think that sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, that sometimes my mind says, man, this is easy to do. But then I think that the average person, not like a Bishop Greg Davis, the average person, not like as astute and intelligent as an Antoine Jackson, right? So many times people are not having the emotional maturity and the discipline necessary, right? Because I love what you said, Antoine. It's an ecosystem. So it's like you're not passing levels like I'm a friend now, and because I'm a friend, we become friends. I don't have to work on that. No, you got to keep that up. The problem is getting two people on the same page to come together and be equally as committed. Because one person may be saying, listen, I'm all for starting over. Other person, well, I'll give it a try. No, you got to be all in.
Hey, Bingham. So that's why for me, I feel like many people need to make decisions quickly. So
yes,
this
sir.
is, you know what I'm saying? Like they're waiting too long instead of making these decisions too quickly. Like, yo, if you're not choosing the relationship, then I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so what we're basically saying is it can work if there is an agreement. And the funny thing is, Josh, the only time I see an agreement is when the marriage is involved.
Right.
That's the only time you see something, you only see an agreement. And because most of them are just emotional, nonverbal agreements.
Right.
If you treat me right, I give you sex. Right. If I like what you do, then I spend money. So we basically are gauging behaviors instead of actually having real conversations about the relationship and where it's headed. So I think you're right, because oftentimes there is nothing sustainable built into the relationship that you can actually go back to.
Right, exactly. And this is why I say, Bishop, I know maybe you don't agree with this, Claiborne don't agree with this, but I believe this. I'm going to sing this until the Lord come back. If a man cheats, might as well pack your bags and go. And the reason why I say that, Bishop, let me tell you why I
don't agree with you.
Let me tell you why I say that. 90% of the time, you might as well pack your bags and go. Unless you are willing
To do the work.
To be in prison. No, listen, no, Antoine, what I'm saying is, but I'm getting back to the friendship piece, Antoine, because if you ain't got that, all I'm saying is, because my mind is this, like, you're gonna have to endure whatever she wants you to endure, and you need, and you're gonna walk into the area of uncertainty in this ecosystem, Antoine, to where you are going, like, and that's why I said, Antoine, you got to have clear direction, right? What are we doing? Like, what is this? If and listen, I'm like this, Antoine, before you even get married, we need to have contingency plans, stand and operate SOPs. If somebody cheats, what we doing? Hey, when you get married, who you go talk to?
That's a heavy conversation.
Who I go talk to? We ain't just going to talk to your friend, your mama, your cousin, all of this stuff. Listen, I teach this, Antoine. No, it need to be SOPs. If he cheats, what's step one? What's step two? Who's getting the phone call, right? Who's that one couple that you vent to, that he vents to? Because then we can hold each other accountable to the terms of the agreement. And then watch this. My final point, Bishop, is that if it's broken, if we can't go back to what was stipulated, then just call it off. Let's stop playing games. Make decisions quickly. I'm with you, Antoine. Just make decisions quickly. Are we gonna do this or we not?
See, I don't. To answer the question for me, I don't think you can go back. I think it's like saying I'm building a house and then I forgot to put the foundation in, so I'm gonna go put the foundation in. I think once you miss the steps of friendship, because that's why I say now, whoever I end up with, I want to be able to laugh and joke and talk about everything. I want to sit at the corner cafe in Miami and just watch people and laugh. I don't want to be all stuffy. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand a stuffy relationship, because those that really know me and that's close to me, I like to have fun. I like to joke. Okay? People don't see that side, but that person should see it. So I think to go back and try to do that stuff, it's a no for me, like a solid no. And believe it or not, Josh, I agreed about the packing the bags. I don't care what Antoine say. Man,
Listen, Bishop.
Leave him out there this time.
Bishop, pack, you might listen. Listen, 90% of the time, you might as well pack them bags.
Boy, that's a lot. That's 90%.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you why I teach that though, Antoine. To keep us at a level of seriousness on what that not only does to the relationship.
So adultery is the highest dishonor in a relationship?
No, it's not that. What I'm saying is how that woman interprets it, Antoine.
What can she do that's 90% though? Because see, this is the mutual part. And I'm like, because what can a woman do that's 90%? That because it got to be equal for me. So if she can walk out at 90% of me cheating, then what do I get to pack my bags on and she get to do?
But see, Antoine, that's my point. I'm coming purely.
The same thing.
It's the same thing, Antoine.
Her cheating.
I'm coming.
I'm a killer if she cheats.
From the perspective of a man that you putting that man in a post-cheating marriage, where how many women are literally not only forgiving that man, Antoine, but honestly forgiving him in a way that allows him to return back to his status as king and priest of his home. I've seen it.
I've seen it. And the only reason why I say that is because he gave a clear why. See, you hear me say this all the time. There is a difference between wickedness and weakness, and they cannot be judged the same.
Agreed.
Because some women know, even if they disagree with me in the comments, I don't care. But most women know that they can do certain things to push a man and to isolate a man out. And if she knows that she was the cause of that, she will most likely say, you know what, I need to right my wrong on that. I was withholding from him. I was a jerk to him. You know what I'm saying? So if the woman understands that she played a part into that, that's one thing. But if this dude is just wicked, yeah, pack your
They
bags.
don't
But
believe-
if the
listen,
relationship wasn't mutually life-giving, come on, dog.
Jackson, they don't believe
You
that
gonna
they
be in
caused that.
prison, Antoine?
They don't believe that they caused it, Jackson. And here's why I say that is because I have asked other women when they read my book, some women did not believe it in my book. And then my new book that's coming out brings it back up again. During the pandemic, believe it, Antoine, some women was withholding during the pandemic. We in the house together and you don't want to give me none. And then you mad now that this man is happy to be outside the house.
Yes,
And you like,
Andrea, you don't withhold nothing from your man. The Bible tell you even that.
Yeah, you don't withhold.
Paul tell you that. He said you make sure you come back in enough
even
time.
after fasting.
So
even
that
after
yes,
fasting.
he said you make sure you come back after enough time so that you don't tempt
But
your
that-
mate to
y'all
step out.
y'all
That's your
proving
book,
my
man.
point.
We got to stop elevating adultery as if it is the pinnacle
Only
sin in a
sin.
relationship.
Antoine,
When people
Antoine,
stealing money, withholding stuff from people in a miserable relationship, lying and all kind of stuff. That's not virtuous.
Listen,
It's not
y'all
virtuous.
proving my point. Listen, they might stay, but what are you staying in? That's what I'm saying. Can you still get it when you want it? Is what is the standard of living?
No,
I'm
you
just saying. I'm not saying that the average. Listen, women will stay. I'm not talking about that, Antoine. I'm talking about the hell that comes.
that
after
word, that part.
after a man does everything he needs to do to rectify, repent, you know what I'm saying, reconcile with that woman, listen, go to the classes, right? I'm just saying that oftentimes you are living in a modified probation. That's all I'm saying.
So let me say this. Bottom of the hour. Tonight's conversation has probably been one for the record books. Like for real. The comments that we're getting has been one for the record books. And I pray that ladies, because it's mainly ladies, that you all would take your time through the process and realize, I think we all agree that friendship is the first. Whether you're getting data, whatever you're getting, if you bypass that friendship piece, you miss out. So please watch this over and over and over again. The men have been outstanding tonight. Outstanding. This was a masterclass. I want Broderick, thank you for the seed earlier. I mean, you probably gave your seed at 12 o'clock today. I'm like, he got the times mixed up. But thank you, Broderick. I want to challenge everybody tonight with a $30 seed. I want to challenge everybody with a $60 seed. I want to challenge those with a $100 seed. 30, 60, 100 fold. Some of you, this has been worth a masterclass. And thank those of you that signed up for Patreon. Some of you, this has been a masterclass. It's that's $100. Some of you say, I appreciate what the men are doing. Bishop, I want to stand with you when the right one come movement. You're doing so much. It has to become a buy-in. I want to bless the men. I want to bless the men for their time, their stories, their transparency. Help me do that tonight. The information is on the screen. Some of you can give 30. Some of you say, Bishop, I'm a supporter of yours. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for doing this. 60, 100. Some of you may want to just say, you know what? I'm gonna give $700 tonight. I'm gonna just do it all. Let's help bless the men and Marlinda and everybody. I take care of Marlinda because I ain't got to push her. She keeps us together. So tonight, can you give tonight $30, $60, $100? And it's funny that Nene, you said maturity. This is a level of giving a maturity. We don't have, COVID is still going on no matter what people think. COVID is still going on. So for some of you, it's entertainment too. Thank you, Chantel, for the 60. I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. There are those that can give 30, those of you that can give 60, those of you that can give 100. I believe there's actually 5 people that can give that $100 tonight. There's 5 of you. Broderick is a comedian by trade. He's one of the first Christian comedians. He's here every week. He's only missed one. I think this is Frank's 3rd one. He's in church. You know, all these brothers have been here. Josh hasn't missed one since he started. So tonight, I want those of you that would give that 30. That's a level of giving for everybody. All right, that's a level of giving for everybody. Some of y'all can reach the 30. Thank you, Shania Bree. Thank you for your 30. Let's do it quickly, y'all. Let's do it quickly. Let's do it quickly. So that we can retire on tonight. It's been a long day. Antoine start going down about this time. It's early in Roger. He'll be up all night long posting and things, videos and all that. So let's do it. 30, 60. Thank you, Maureen Bullock. Thank you for 30. I appreciate you. Come on, y'all. 30, 60. What are you giving for us so that we can be a blessing to the men? This is a show that's been going for 65 weeks. 65 weeks.
Great.
Yeah, 65 weeks. Let's give tonight. This is a seat of support. All right. This is a seat of support. This is how we do it. If you're new, this is how we do it. I'm not sure what the young lady is saying, shake my head for, but we pray for you. This is how we do it here. All right. $ Greg Davis 10. PayPal Greg Davis. This ain't got nothing to do with church or being a preacher neither. This just has to do with supporting this show. We don't have any advertisers. We don't have any sponsors yet. So it's by you. It's you. Andrea Diggs, thank you so much for 25. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. All right, Nene. Bless you. Oh, shake my head at the comments. Sorry, Bishop. Sorry. Okay, no problem. I didn't know what you were shaking your head for. Let's give tonight, y'all. Dwayne, thank you. 30. Thank you. I appreciate you, Dwayne. On tonight, y'all. That's y'all moving. I'm gonna say like they say in church, Antoine. Y'all moving slow tonight. Let's go. Thank you, Antoine, for 50. I appreciate you tonight. These brothers give. Lynette, thank you for 35. I appreciate you. It's a grown convo tonight. It was. Frank missed a good one. Prophet Claiborne, would you talk a little bit about the importance of giving toward this and all
Absolutely. Most of your major businesses and shows have commercials, Broderick, and these commercials are sponsors. These sponsors is what keeps the show going. And when I found out, I was looking at the view today, Bishop, and I'm telling you, I got excited, Josh, because I kept saying, you know what? We are. They tried to do a male show before, but it didn't work because they didn't have the kind of contest that we get here every week. And when you go so on that level, I shouldn't even say so. Here's what I want y'all to do, and it's just dropped into me. We want to get some When the Right One Come partners. People that will say we are partnering with. You can have people that like you, but they don't partner with you. When you partner with us, as we grow, as we get bigger, this is how great Bishop Davis is. He remembers. If y'all notice, he knows certain names. Hey, so you were here. This person is here every week. He remembers. So when you become a partner with When the Right One Come, we're going to establish that. We will put you in a space that you will get immediate automatic stuff when we have VIPs, when Bishop do things, because we are going to do the tour. You know what I think we ought to do, and we will do, is we will look out for those who partner with us. So tonight, I'm asking all of you all to say, you know what? I want to start partnering every week. I'm going to set something aside, and every week I want to help these men stay in this space, keep going, because they are helping me. Y'all right now, those that are giving the 30, those that are giving the 60, and the 5 people that really hear God and really say, you know what, it isn't just a spiritual thing. I want to help these men stay on this channel, stay on YouTube, keep doing what they're doing and make it. If you're the 5 people, I want you to put in and says, I am one of the partners that giving that $100. I am one of the partners that with you. You're 30, you're 60. It is important. Let's start on this level. Here's what happened when you're dealing with our people. We have $1.7 trillion of expendable cash, Dwayne, that Afro-American people let run through our community. But most of that runs back out of our community because we don't invest in our community. So it comes in and it goes right back out. What we need to do is say, let's pour into. So if you're one of the 30, you're one of the 60, and you're one of the ones that's given 100-fold, will you say, I am a partner? And that means that we can look for you, we can count on you every week. If you do it on this level, you cannot lose. This is one of the most amazing things I've seen. It's a movement. People are noticing us. They're remembering us. And after a while, as soon as the pandemic opened up, Antoine, I would hate to see what happened if we get together and be in the same space and really do what we do here. That's what I'm looking for, Broderick, where there's a studio and God will take this, what Bishop is doing, this movement, and turn it into something that people around the world, and I'm not talking about on Christian television, I'm talking about a regular AB, NBC. I ain't knocking Christian television. Bishop did all that. I think now he's going to move to a whole nother space, and I can see the show going to better. So if you're one of the 100 people that say, I want to be a partner, go ahead and send that. Bishop will let us know that you already sent it, or put it in the chat. I gave him $100. I'm a partner with you guys. I want you guys to keep doing it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Tamara for the $65. I believe they are the 5 people. And that's what you got to say. It's really not about an offering now. It's about partnership. It's about partnership. You become a partner of this Monday night experience for other women. And I want to ask everybody next week, between now and next week, that you bring 10 people with you. That's what we got to start doing. That you bring 10 people with you. You invite some other ladies to come on. You have when we first started, Broderick, remember they was having watch parties and stuff. They would get on the phone and watch it on the big screen. I don't know nowhere else that people are doing this. So those of you that would give that 30, that 60, that 100, those 5 people that would give that 100, there's still 144 people on here. I'm going to give you like 3 more minutes. Dwayne, you want to talk about partnering and giving?
Why not?
Thank you, Talea Duncan, 100. 4 more people. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We're celebrating. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'll say this. I think oftentimes, Bishop Greg, Bishop AJ, Prophet Michael, Pastor Broderick, Pastor Josh, I think oftentimes we are so quick to invest in the stuff that we can see immediately. Meaning, Ralph Lauren doesn't have a problem with us investing. Red Bottoms, Louis Vuitton, they don't have a problem with us investing. Oftentimes we come to spaces like this and you see what we're trying to build and we get hesitant. We get hesitant because people want to know what's happening, what's going on, what y'all doing with it. And I think we've been very forthcoming to say, look, we're just being a blessing to the men who decide to do a couple of things, give information, give revelation, and then sometimes even offer up a prayer, not just for you guys, but for us all. I'm going to ask some of you who may not even understand it right now. Wow, why am I giving this? What am I giving this? I want to those who cannot even understand it. I want you to just stop for one moment because we can come from so many spiritual aspects. I want to come from a practical aspect. I want to ask you, would you give to something that was benefiting many people, that was benefiting people who come on here from all walks of life? We may not give to different things that we see happening on our streets and different things that we see, different homeless people that we see standing on our corners because we don't know if they're real or fake. But here it is. We're telling you what it is, what it's for, no games, no gimmicks, and you enjoy it. It's nice to be nice. So I'm going to ask you, while you are still in these comment boxes, I want to ask you to donate. Let's change the word tonight. Not sow, not give. I want to ask you to donate. I want to ask you to donate into something that is really amazing, that's really helping individuals across this world. And that's no cap. We ain't putting cap on that. It really is. If y'all would see my DMs, if you would see the back chats from Clubhouse, people love what Bishop Greg Davis is doing. And so at the end of the day, would you do us a favor tonight? Would you donate? Come on, I'm going to look at these comments. This ain't no gimmicks. This ain't no big time prayer. This ain't no hocus pocus act. This is just straight up. Would you just do us a humongous favor and donate? When you do me a favor. We're not trying to put you on the spot at this ain't church. If you feel comfortable, would you put that done check? Would you put that green check to say that you did it? 124 people. If you give me 5 people to just sow that 30, we will reach it what we have tonight. 5 people.
Chantel, thank you for the 100.
See, there we go.
Yeah, 3 more.
They being partners. These are partners.
Being partners, right.
And after a while, as soon as Bishop's finished with, listen, let me say that real quick. If you have not checked out Bishop's limited candle, go to Bishop Greg Davis' page. He has limited candles I don't know about y'all, but I love smell goods in my house all the time. Project, I got candles in my bathroom, candles in my kitchen, candles in my bedroom. I love smells, and I love the ambiance. The Bishop has candles, but as soon as he finished with the limited candles, y'all, we getting ready. He had it one time before. We're going to revamp his page. I've been talking to Angelica and we're going to revamp the When the Right One Comes products that you'll have it. So we're going to have cups. We're going to have drinking bottles. We're going to have, maybe towels. Bishop had his own thing before, and now we're going to revamp it and make it even bigger. After a while, with our partners, when you partner with us right during that week, we're going to get stuff out to you. One of the things I used to love about Bishop Davis, if you ever watch the show on the Word Network, go ahead, nephew. You want to call out some names?
Yeah, because I want because we're right here at the push. Melinda, there's a comment that I want everyone to see. It's good. It's like Abaya, but I'm not even going to pronounce that. Thank you. Woman of God, if I messed up your name, please forgive me. Here's definitely, you gentlemen are always dishing out gold nuggets. I always leave enlightened. Okay, I want you guys to partner with us tonight. We just need 2 more people. You thinking about it? You contemplating? No more contemplating.
3 more people, Bishop. Right, Bishop? 3 more.
We give that 100, I believe it is. Yeah.
3 more. Okay, 3 more. Would you join us? Y'all still here with us? Come on now. I see y'all hanging out with us.
140 still on.
That's amazing.
Wow.
What I was going to say though, nephew, is if you ever watched Bishop's show, a lot of times back in the day, Bishop, when people sold into that partnership, they got things. He was really good at that. He would give out his books. I was looking at an old book that I got, and I put it in the story, but I'm gonna find it, Bishop. This book was a book you wrote a while back. I said, man, this man has been doing this a long time, and he has done some things. If you ever watch TBN, it gives. Now, these other shows that's on ABC, NBC, they don't give, but people partner with them. They partner with them. They have tickets to the shows and everything. We are saying with you, you're doing it on this level. We're in the second season. We never talk about it, but the truth of the matter is this is the second season. Bishop, we already did 1 year. This is our second season, Broderick, and we rolling. Can you imagine what's going to happen going into the third, fourth season? You want to be a part of the partnerships. We're going to get sponsors. We're going to have commercials. But I don't want to ever take away from the person that says, you know what, I love what you guys do. 3 more people, so that $100 to say, I'm partnering with you guys. And I'm telling you, it would be an amazing thing.
Thank you all so much. You know, I'm Baptist. I get tired of offering after a while. I just be like, if you don't give in Jesus' name, they Pentecostal. They go. No, seriously, those of you got the giving information. Josh, you so crazy because I want to be able to re-air this, and we're about to get into the danger zone, not being able to do it at 2 hours. So y'all give that. And give that 100, that 30, that 60, even as we get ready to go off. Don't forget to join Patreon. Go to GregDavisShow.com. Get your candles. They're just limited for the holidays. Between the sheets and all them candles, go to my website, GregDavisShow.com.
That's the one I'm getting. That's the one I'm getting.
In between the sheets.
I'm on practice. That's the one I'm getting.
Prophet,
That's why you looking like that.
Prophet, you can't be getting them kind of candles, Prophet.
I wait. I'm getting practice. I'm gonna be practicing. I mean, you know.
Oh,
like,
this is a question. Where can we find season 1? Everything is right here on YouTube. All you do is you can binge watch all day long. Just go back. That's a good question. Everything is right here on YouTube. You can binge watch. I don't know if it's a way Angelica helps me out with all that. If we can put them all in one category, but they're all here. All right. Thank you, Dwayne and Prophet. The candle scents are up in the sheets while you eat cookies and pineapples. Order your. That's it, Mika. That's true. That is what they are. You summed it up. Josh getting sleepy. Look at him. All right, y'all.
Bishop didn't get a chance to ask Bishop AJ over there. He had that sneaker party.
Yeah, I saw Mika got all the way to
It was lit.
Hey,
It
what
was
you say,
lit.
Bishop? What you say, Bishop?
Mika
David?
was there.
Huh?
I saw Mika was there.
She sure was.
Mm-hmm.
Mika, thanks so much for coming and supporting.
Y'all look like y'all had fun though.
It was fun.
If this was regular travel time, I'd have been on the plane.
Yes, sir. It was lit.
Oh, thank you, Chris. You got the book. Very good. Y'all get the do's and don'ts of dating, and we're about to go. Y'all have a great night, men. Thank y'all. And if you're just joining us, you need to go look at the replay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Bishop. Good night, brothers.
Y'all appreciate